The fact is that not all men are domesticated. Some men compliment their wives in different ways. We know patriarchy has made some men mean towards their spouses. But as you said, don't test your husband with what you already know he doesn't do abroad or back home.
But Nima, we've not discussed these people that are gifting land and stuff like that. I mean, because people felt that's patriarchy getting excited. You know, because they're like, these men, NNPC giving her 200,000. People are giving her land. See, my own issue, as I said, it's not about Debbie. And I'm happy it's her time, as we've said it. And listen, you're doing your choice. Yeah. Do you, girl. However, how patriarchy just came out like a lion. Give you land, give you... who else is giving her all the stuff? It's men.
The way feminists came out like lionesses.
But men are giving her...
No, listen now.
They are dashing her stuff.
The universe had to balance it. Yes. She did something and just posted it. And the lionesses of the feminists came out and they went after her. They needed to be a balance. Had to balance it up.
Okay.
Everybody collects.
Also, we women, because of a bit of education, when we talk about our mothers those days. My mom was a businesswoman. I was small, she did do firework, go Cotonou, bring her trade. And then when I was growing up, always busy, but she found a way to make home work. And that's where we learned how to make it work.
Yeah.
But the way we are going, the imbalance is extreme. Kids are suffering, you know, home is suffering. We don't know the roles that hold it. There's that very strong pillar role that you must play. Yeah. We don't downplay them. And the woman is saying, I want to hold home. And all of us are attacking without properly trying to understand.
On her methods.
People who have suffer the consequence of it are saying, let's restore.
On her methods.
I like that word, method, because everybody should choose your method.
Yeah, so some people hold the home with their waist.
Yes.
They don't cook nothing. Their husband does not want cooking. Just lie down there, set position. Today is Monday.
So that is your... So everybody with their method. Yes, thank you. I like that word.
Don't drop
use your own method.
Use your own.
To do your own. Let me take this call.
Some of us combine both.
Folashade from the UK. Obiaju will not keep me today. It's Monday. Morning, you're live. Folashade, you're there?
Morning.
Good morning. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, please. I want to speak Yoruba. Share, you know?
Go ahead, please. Express yourself. It's your view. Let it count. Nima will interpret.
Hello?
Go ahead. Nima will interpret. Go ahead.
Yeah, me... Nigeria anymore, but my husband brought me to UK.
Okay.
Me at mommy. So, upon me journey to never. So, but she UK, Mama, my duty is to cook for him. Even Mama lost to be hour of 5, ma kurome, or come in Madeni 8 o'clock. So come in that day before me, nirole konishonje. Mama dúró dè mí kí n wá ṣoúnjẹ fún òun ní 8 o'clock yẹn. So mo máa ṣoúnjẹ fún. But nígbà míì ó máa help me o gbọ́. Maybe once ẹ̀kọ̀ọ̀kan ní máa ṣe oúnjẹ tí gbogbo wa máa jẹ lálẹ́. You understand?
Are you happy about that, Folashade?
No.
Are you happy about that?
Ó ti mọ́ mi lára. Mo fẹ́ kó jẹ́ pé káwọn èèyàn máa sọ pé ó ti dé ìlú òyìnbó.
She's doing it reluctantly.
You understand?
Yeah. It's no longer easy.
It's no longer easy. Thank you, Folashade. I'll let Nima respond.
So Folashade's story is that when they were here, her husband would never eat out, and so she always made his food. Okay. He went to the UK and brought her and her child, and he still has that nature of not eating. Outside. And so her business is to make it ready and make it happen.
She goes to work at 5 a.m. in the morning?
She does his meals, and if he comes home, he waits till she comes back at 8 a.m. to eat his dinner.
Yeah.
And she does it. Once in a while, he does cook, but he doesn't cook as regularly. And she doesn't want a situation... Okay, you asked her that, is she happy with it? She said she doesn't want people to say it's when she got to the UK that she changed. Obviously, she's tired.
She's tired.
You know, the proper thing is that she's able to have the conversation with her husband. I used to do it. 4:30,
her husband will reference Debbie.
Wait now. I used to do 3:30, 4:30, try to get my husband's breakfast every day. And then one time he asked me, because I was done, I was really tired. Thankfully, I wasn't driving then. He was driving me. And I slept till I almost passed. I got to his office and I was sleeping. He just kept looking at me and said, we need to stop the early morning. So now, I wake up when it's more practical and I sleep as practical as he cancelled it. She should be able to have the conversation. She's
if
obvious.
He insists that Debbie got land, he got 2.5 million naira because she.
Who is it to insist? Is it God?
No,
that's the point.
No, that's what I'm saying.
No.
It's a reference point. So she, Folashade, has no right to say she can't cook at 8 p.m. for her husband because Debbie has done it for 5 a.m. in the morning.
There are women who it is practical for. For instance, I have relatives who don't do anything. All they do is cater to husband. They are richer than I am. I'm working 24/7. Who send me message? These women are on Hajj every year, Umrah every year. I just have one small pain. I want to go to the house of God. I want to go to Kaaba. Those are my relatives. All they do is buy gold. They don't have another work. They get money past me. And such a woman too will sit down, come and join feminism and say she will not cook for husband. Which work they do? All our business is to manage the home, and the husband knows better to do it. If the economics is not the same, you cannot overwork one party in a marriage and kill that party because your mother cooked.
But she said it's her duty. She just said, she doesn't want society doesn't want society to say, is it because you now go to the UK, you now don't cook for your husband? Because that's society, that's pressure.
But she has not said, I had a conversation and my husband said, never, who born you? She didn't say that.
Imagine she had a conversation.
So first of all,
she didn't say that.
Before the conversation, I expect that when you are in love with somebody, you would empathize most of the time. You would step in when there's a form of weakness. Hold on.
Perfect relationship.
There are human beings that are striving towards. No, hold on.
We must pray for them.
We must pray for them.
Must have good husbands.
They were not like that before. Some of them had to learn because we kept praying for them and we kept hoping and we kept showing them that this is the way to go. So it's common sense that you see the weakness, what this woman is going through, and you relieve her on some days. It's simple. It's just wickedness when you stay where you are. And I'm mentioning this wickedness because I'm deliberate about the word I'm using. You stay where you are and feel it's my duty. You do your duty, I do my duty. And just sit there and close your eyes. No, we must be flexible in our relationships.
Olupalumi has holding for a minute. I'll come back to you, BC. Olupalumi, thanks for calling. You're live.
Yes, thank you very much.
Go ahead, please.
Good
morning.
No, please, wait. Thank you so much. It's nice talking to you. I mean, this is my first time calling.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. So this is it. There was this time when I had this girlfriend, like she can cook, like she cook for me always, and even try to help me wash my clothes. So sometimes I wash her, right, which is okay. But because of the state of ambition, like she doesn't want to do anything much more, and I feel like I need somebody more than what she's doing in my space. And at the end of the day, we broke up. Now the person I am dating right now will not even do she won't even do anything of such. But I'm okay with it. But at the end of the day, I kind of miss this person I used to be with because of what she does and every other thing. She is homely, no doubt. But at the end of the day, I am now with somebody who will not even want to do anything of such. Now, I am forced to always want to still talk back to the ex, how are you doing, and the like, it's kind of, it is well.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Olupalumi.
Yeah, so let me, where were we? Where was I? So, I was talking about the fact that you must be flexible. And this is not just for a marital relationship. Also, when you're working with other people, you must understand, you must read the room. No, but it's not till we have a conversation for you to know that I am dying. I'm crumbling under this stress that you're putting me through. And I'm still holding on to doing it because I don't want people to talk. And that's also weakness on my part. Because self-love helps you understand where you are weak and helps you say no to the things you can no longer do or the things you need a break from. So she in herself has a form of weakness that she needs to deal with. If she wakes up today and says, I'm so tired, I can't even, I can't even move, my legs, I can't even cook. What will happen that day? But she doesn't, hold on. She doesn't want that. She's hoping that one day the man will just look at her and say, okay, don't worry, don't do it. Now you're saying that the man is not thinking in that direction. You have to do it for yourself.
It's comfortable.
The society I don't want the society to talk, is comprised of human beings, you and I. So why are you listening to what other people will say? Why are you referencing what other people are doing to make your own life? Why?
Let me go on a short break. And you come back, we'll wrap up on this segment so we can go to the next segment. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Thanks for staying with us. We're going to be wrapping up on this. Let's take a few messages so that we can wrap up.
Odunayo says, well said, kids suffer the consequence of their parents' choices, either negative or positive. Someone was asking a question earlier, I didn't want to take it, that if it was your child, would it be different? Would you not cook for your child? And that's always been my view to it. If I have to cook for my child, my husband will eat.
Yeah.
Practical. There's not like I will cook small for the children and tell him, go and find your food. If the children are eating together, sadly, I don't have that kind of family anymore. Everybody wants to eat something different every morning. They cannot come and run me mad. So we find what works. And every other person that is an adult worries about themselves. But practice is not a disrespect. I will not be saying to him, I beg, I cannot deal. I beg go. Your kids have eaten something. I'm not eating.
Let me take Temitope from Ogba. Thanks for calling, Temitope. Ota.
Hello, good morning.
Morning, you're live. Go ahead.
Yeah. Actually, I love this is my first time of calling.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you. I love the topic because I've been seeing it trending online for a while now. And fortunately, my husband is at home this morning. So he was like, we're arguing about it. And it was like, we are throwing our culture away. That, why is it that when it comes to women to cook and to do some chores, we try to like shed it away that, I'm tired, I can't do this, I can't do that. Why are we not always concerned about men too? Now, why is it comfortable for men to pay school fees, to pay house rent and all of that? That if you are trying to copy outside like UK culture or British culture and all that, then there's no need for men paying bride price anymore. That there's no need for them paying bride price. Let's share the duties. If you are trying to like say women cannot do this, women cannot do that. I was like, it is not convenient for me to do. I won't do it. But if it's something that I see that because people should talk, I don't want people to talk. And I'm doing it. It's not convenient for me. Yeah. He now said, no, we shouldn't do it that way. We should try to make sure our culture, we follow our culture. Because in the next 5, 10 years, our children will know what we mean by a car or anything like that anymore.
Right. Yeah. Thank you very much. I was going to give an example, in my house. This conversation is also probably even helping me a bit because I think I've taken advantage of my husband. So my husband is from Ekiti, many of you know that. And, the pounded yam is their food. But because you know, he's married to me, and I try to have a schedule. This is what we do on Mondays, Tuesdays, you know. So I have the timetable. So we don't do, not unusual food. Pounded yam is not really featured in my timetable.
Regularly.
It's not regular, maybe once a month or something. Although grandma doesn't allow that, but grandma will make sure that she eats her own pounded yam. Either way. So weekends is jollof rice, fried rice, and we make it. So recently, I think about 2 weekends ago, he went to one of my neighbor's house. Now I make correct pounded yam with egusi soup. I always warn him. Sundays, we're all slaving in the kitchen. When you come in, come and eat. After all the jollof rice and the cutting of the pepper, come on, man, you have to eat. That day, he stopped by there. They gave him correct pounded yam. The wife was not very gracious to send my own. You know? So she said it to me. But I could tell that he loved it. He relished. He kept talking about it. In my mind, I'm like, hey, honey, I'm not doing about it because don't even think about it because so last weekend I said, okay, let me just try, let me see. And just do it. But the point is, let's not put pressure on women because I was if I was Debbie now, should have read that situation. You can't go and buy motor. Start pounding. Hey, they're eating that. I'm just saying, like, just allow us be on our lane.
For instance, if someone else says, oh, Debbie does it, you must do it. That's a problem. But you too, if you not say, Mr. Brown, never you go to that neighbor's house.
That's another problem.
Another problem.
No, that neighbor. No, I'm happy she make it. I'm happy that.
In fact, like me. She sent you.
I greeted her. Thank you. When next I do it, but let us know so that we won't even bother stressing ourselves in the kitchen.
Just come.
Please, we'll just come because I can't keep myself.
This situation happened in my own home, and it's a relative who says, this food that Nima says she's too tired to make for you. Don't worry, I'll make it every weekend. Relative, and then they will not send me anything.
Yes, so me
and my husband will now go there. He will now go there, eat it. I will be like, I'll eat your own later. I'll be like, okay, no problem. Happened 3 weeks back. So one morning I woke up, go there. He says, are you serious? I said, you want to shout? Let's shout. I don't have shit. Let's shout. Go there now. Say, I said, go there. And you people should eat it. Yes. And you people should not send. But they was like, that's all you best. I said, I have.
Let me take Alima's call. Good morning, Alima. Thanks for calling.
Good morning, Morayo.
Go ahead, please.
Good morning. First-time caller.
Welcome to the show. We have lots of first-time callers today.
Yes, it's so topic.
Okay, about the ladies' issue, I didn't really follow it was when the gift started coming in that I heard about it. There's nothing bad in somebody waking up at 4:50 to cook for her husband. Who would do that if she doesn't? Maybe the husband has to leave the house very early. A lot of women, myself inclusive, I used to wake up at 4 o'clock because I have to be at work by 7:30. I wouldn't want my husband to get to work and go and be eating outside. And then I remember reading that she had to start cooking for the husband because a lady, a colleague, brought food and brought 2 spoons, invited the husband to come over and join her. I wouldn't want that to happen to my husband. So I don't know why. I don't know. They used to say Obirin, Lota Obirin. I don't know why women were just going on and on about it like it's a big deal.
Thank you, Halima.
Who was doing it if she doesn't?
Halima just reminded me of an important point, BC. Why are we threatened when our husband at work, somebody is giving her food, brings 2 spoons? Is that not to help your situation? At least somebody is giving, bringing 2 spoons.
To that disrespect.
I'm not handicapped.
There's a line of disrespect. If, for instance,
don't help you.
You know, this woman has, we'd not add this part, they're indigent. He's a teacher. His salary is not something that can give them that life that she would love. That was the story itself. And so she was like, but she would do it and cover her home. Now, the man cannot go to work. He can't afford to eat. He cannot. The one that
why can't he buy his own food, Nima?
Listen,
this man,
he may not have money to buy.
If this is their salary, they will use it all to buy food in the house.
No.
There's food in the house, but she can't cook it. So he will get to work hungry and managing his pockets. He will not beg for food, but somebody will notice and say, okay, Abuko brought once to be eating with me. That's his disrespect. That's the arifi. It will happen at some point. It's finish. It's going to happen at some point. Yeah. But you as a woman now say, okay, based on your 50,000 naira, I bought food at home. I will cook small food for you to be eating. So that in the afternoon or breakfast, you won't be looking out. This morning, my husband took breakfast to work. It's not every day. It's the day that is convenient. The days that is not convenient, he's not supposed to eat from anybody's cooler. He's going to go and buy his food.
So this teacher should have got to go and buy food.
Because he can afford to buy his food.
What makes you think?
What
makes you think the teacher?
Follow the story where he could not afford to buy food. That was the story.
Yes, it helps for planning. So even though at that time, time when we started, we could afford to buy some. How much did they say the food that time? Not the past 500. But my husband saw it as a waste of money if he buys the food every day. So, and we already have stocked up for the month. So it's easier that I cook. And aside from that, he also prefers to eat my meals. It's easier I cook and he takes it there. And so we can, all those excess money that goes away, they look like 1 kobo here, 2 kobo here. If you pull them together, if you know what you can do with them, and that's what helped us to move as fast as we did, because all those chop, throw away. Now I can cross my legs and other caterers to cook for me without sweat.
But this,
because I paid my price.
This teacher, if for whatever reason, he relocates to Canada tomorrow. This teacher will wake up at 4 o'clock and cook his own food.
Yes, he will.
You know that he will wake up and cook his own food because he's in a country where the wife too has to, maybe she's studying London, for example, and she's doing one job overnight. 4 a.m. she just comes in. So that's we must accept the fact that it's because of our reality here.
Yes, and that's where the flexibility comes in. We have also seen people who go there and refuse to wake up and cook their own food and complaining that the marriage has to be dissolved because the wife has changed. So that's also another reality. But I wanted to, just give a little example. So in my loving to cook, I told you people that I cook from the hospital. After giving birth, I go home the next day and I'm in the kitchen. I cook for all my namings.
You see, you're hold on.
No, hold on.
That I'm just giving you more men admonition.
Land.
Please,
please. I'm not giving any man admonition. Don't use my life to judge your own. Just listen to the story. Follow it from beginning to the end. Please, you need comprehension in this one. So I cook at will. When I'm doing naming and everything, it's me that will cook. When I wanted to stop, after my 3rd baby, body no can be the same now. I wasn't feeling too strong. And I told my husband, we have to get a caterer for this naming ceremony. He didn't find it funny. He was already used to me cooking everything. Even when his cousins and everybody's doing something, they will call me to their house to come and cook. They won't pay me. He was used to it. It was a battle I had to fight. I insisted that I cannot cook. I do not have the energy to cook. We are going to get a caterer. I insisted. He frowned his face. We talked about it, blah, 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 blah. But it happened. And I broke that jinx. I broke the jinx because my body wasn't carrying it anymore. And he finally saw reasons with me, right? And today I can choose to cook or not choose to cook. So we must get to a point where we are ready to fight some kind of fight for the betterment of our marriage. Fighting does not mean carry your bag and be going. Fighting means that, baby, you open your eyes and see that this is no longer working for me. Do you want me to age before my years? Do you want me to be looking older than you in the next 10 or 20? Reason it now. I can't do this anymore. We must be ready to fight that fight.
So, Komi, thanks for calling. You're live.
Yeah, good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
I'm a full-time caller.
Welcome to the show.
Yeah, what I want to say is, this femininity you are discussing, I didn't see it as femininity, I see it as equality.
As what?
Equality. You guys are discussing equality.
Yes.
You want equality.
Equality, okay.
That is what, and this is causing a lot of havoc in our society. Especially come to parenting and raising children and so on. Our children are learning. They want to, this Western idea and stuff. It's really creating a lot. But the friend came in, I didn't hear about the story. A friend saw it on media, and he came in yesterday. He was celebrating that lady. He was talking as if many men were celebrating her. Why? Why do you think they are celebrating her? Why do you think they were, men were so much when they... It's just because that we are not enjoying that. You should see it from that angle. Men are...
Thank you very much.
I'm not among the men that are celebrating her for their patriarchy, excuses and all of that. My hands are up. I want me to
But that's all I wanted to...
But I wanted to emphasize the hardship in her home. They are of small means. I have a friend in such a place. They are of small means. They manage what they have. And in managing, one of the things she could do to make it easier was cook the food. And she had to do that. And she had another hardship, which she now tweeted that if she could have gotten this as a gift, it will make it easier to run her own. She did not come to beg all those patriarchal men who want to establish slavery on their wives.
Yes.
That's not what she came to do. When the people lashed her, they then gained her that exposure of people who wanted to do that. But the line is that her husband, in managing with her, not eating at home, might stay hungry till whenever he comes home. She did not do it because she was his slave or that my mother did it. Those people who have that my mother used to keep quiet when my daddy is talking, example, up and down. But they did not talk about how their mother could not think for herself or how their mothers could not
say no.
or their mother were not strong. They did not have,
takes me to the point where
reasonable
said earlier, fight that fight. It's not every woman that can fight that fight. We're grateful on this table that we have men who are reasonable. But the truth that a lot of men in Nigerian men, who a woman who's married to, he not that he doesn't love her, he loves her, cares for her, but the culture
Which kind of love with that?
No.
I don't even understand.
The culture and the way he was raised is such that you are subjected to me, you are subservient to me, and it's not because I hate you, but whether you have no right to bring certain things to me. There are women, we've had women who have told us in this show, where they cannot confront their husband with issues. They say communication. So women say, I can't communicate, he doesn't listen to me. And it's still a marriage, which I am willing to, I don't want to use the word endure. I'm going to compromise. So I have, my own husband is not like a Morayo's husband. My own husband is not like a business husband we can have a conversation. He's a husband where, listen, he doesn't listen. So this fight or fight, I will have to do whatever he says I should do, so just to keep my home and my 4 children.
The man will stand the risk of a 360 change. So that's when you hear, is when we reach abroad that she changed. I know marriages that carry their cultures from here to abroad and they made it and raised their kids. And you see their own video, they'll be doing husband and wife wedding. Baba ati Yoko, they'll be complete. But we live here, not listening to each other. That's when we get there, there's a 360 change. It's not more there for me.
Yes.
And then she switches on you that you must learn this thing by force. Why would you be married to a woman and she'll be tired and she won't be able to say it?
Can't communicate. You
and she'll have a
block.
But
you hear your boss in the office so that they don't sack you.
Now from my soul of my feet that they have and my husband knows the meaning, I will drag. But when my son is crying, that's the funny part. To be asking my son, my son will be like, Mommy, you need to rest. Okay, maybe you should close your eyes for a bit. I'll come back. And then have you rested well? If you've rested well, just get up and make my food. That's my son. He's freaking 7-year-old. The dad will be like, Mom is tired. I need to get something to eat. And he gets something to eat. 2 different situations. But a mother's instinct will get up and serve my son. And then I have a problem with serving
chop bread, though.
You know now.
All right, we have to wrap up. I think, in a nutshell, as ladies have said, it's her time. God just uses opportunity to bless her, increase her. People have differences. You choose the method that works for you. We don't expect that men or patriarchy uses this as an ammunition to subject their women to do things that they've not agreed it's okay. So in some homes, you can wake up at 4 a.m., 3 a.m. It's okay. Use your own choice of service. It's fine. For those of you that don't do that, doesn't mean that what you do is wrong or is inadequate. But as long as both of you have agreed, and it's something that no matter which part of the world you live in, both of you can adjust. It's fine. That's all we can take on this segment. When we come back, we'll take our next topic. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.